Snyder Daily News column by Jeff West. With so many good friends and neighbors in various hospitals with serious life-altering, if not life-threatening injuries, I told folks that I wanted to do my column on my feelings on riding motorcycles. It was suggested that I tread carefully. After all, there are a lot of people in Snyder, Texas, that ride. A lot of them are important people, influential people. Some of them are my friends and people I admire. Heck, motorcycles are so important. Here we have a huge festival every October to celebrate those iron horses. That event brings a bunch of money to town, and I certainly like money. I certainly don't want to alienate any of my friends, associates, important contacts, and movers and shakers. That wouldn't be good. So please, don't take it the wrong way when I suggest that riding motorcycles is the stupidest darn thing that anyone can do that is illegal, that is still legal. Pardon me while I read this. I know a lot of people don't agree, and they're good people too. If all bikers were long-haired, doping thugs with prison tattoos and records, I'd say go for it. Drive fast in cutoffs and doing handstands, but they are not. They are good people. Now, I've been covering wrecks for a long time. I've seen sights I wouldn't wish on anybody, and those wrecks have involved cars and trucks and bicycles and skateboards, as well as motorcycles. So why do I hate motorcycles so much? Because minor stuff can be major stuff can be fatal, and I'm tired of seeing that even fairly minor accidents can cause incredible amounts of pain. One of the first motorcycle accidents I remember covering involved a couple on a bike just cruising on city streets in Amarillo. It was dark, and apparently the pothole in the street wasn't visible. It was a fairly big hole, the kind if you hit it in a car would make you worry about busting a shock or something. When the bike's front wheel hit it, it cartwheeled. It did a 180 and body slammed both the driver and passenger into the street. I don't remember if they were wearing helmets. I didn't pay as much attention back then, so I don't remember about head injuries. I remember a number of broken bones, including a spine, I think. Just a little spill. Another one I remember involved a couple of free spirits out just cruising, enjoying the wind in their hair, I guess. I don't know for sure. One of them took a sharp curve a little fast, laid his bike down, and slid several feet. Once the accident was over, the bike was in real good shape, just a few scratches from the gravel. Of course, they still had to haul it away. See, the rider slid into a wooden post marking a curve and was dead at the scene. His buddy, who had seen the wreck, didn't really seem to want to talk to me about it. I can hear all the bikers yelling at me now. That won't happen to me. I know how to handle a bike. I'm careful. It doesn't matter. You can be the best rider in the world, and you can't predict, prepare, or perform well enough to overcome mistakes by those dudes driving in cages or what Mother Nature can throw at you. I'm really tired of having to pray for the recovery, swift isn't even possible, of people because I know who are hanging on by a thread because of motorcycle mishaps. But as I've been told, people have a right to ride if they want to. People can hurt themselves if they choose. For some folks, I might agree, but there's one more bike wreck I remember. Another rider, another death, another video of the scene. I was working overnight and editing the footage from the wreck when I got a call. A young woman asked if there was a fatal motorcycle accident. She then asked who was killed, and I told truthfully that the police hadn't released the name pending notification of next of kin. She then asked what kind of bike was involved. I looked and described it to her. Now, my memory of those days is actually much sketchier than it should be, but to this day I can hear her voice when she paused and said, "Oh," and hung up. I just like motorcycles not only because of what damage they do and who they take, but because of the pain they leave. Now, that being said, Mr. West obviously does not ride a bike himself. Therefore, he has no reason to be writing the kind of article he does. And I am sure, while his intentions were pure, they were in no way or form trod upon carefully. In the next video posting, I will have responses from the letters to the editor on this column from the Snyder Daily News.